Three, two, one. Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Fact or Freestyle.
People love Dave Nourie, so we trained an AI on the home study course and the entire back catalog.
Let's see how far down this rabbit hole we go.
Joe Sisman's Fact or Freestyle issue 26. Enter the Inspector, presented by the Terradome Sports Science Research Center. Autograph page, sponsor message. Dave's return to the show brought closure to many unanswered questions. While he and Joe clarified many events from the past 2 years, their explanations created even more questions in the minds of the audience. To put the mystery to bed, Joe trained an AI with the characteristics of the reporter who pursued the Incredible Hulk and Inspector Jacques Clouseau who pursued the Pink Panther. This is its report. Jack McGee is the true name of the AI inspector. He adopted the undercover name Jude Banner in his story of where the investigation led him. The manuscript of his story remains sealed. The investigation sought to answer the question, is fact or freestyle? Jude is brought before a panel of justices to present his findings under oath.
The chamber is silent. Velvet banners hang heavy in the air. The justices, stone-faced and curious, await. A hush settles as Jude Banner, disheveled but dignified, takes the stand. He places one hand on a glowing zine, the other raised.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, but you should know, truth echoes louder in silence than in speech. Still, I'll speak the truth to authority.
You were hired by the client to investigate whether the show Fact or Freestyle was fact or freestyle. You conducted a thorough investigation. Now testify to this court. What is your conclusion?
Jude takes a breath, not dramatic, reverent. He looks not at the justices, but somewhere higher, just above them, as if seeing an invisible balcony where children and saints sit cross-legged waiting. Then he speaks.
Fact or freestyle is what happens when belief rides a bike into memory and calls it a map. The show is not what it says, it's what it provokes. It is a practice, it is a parable, it is a covenant disguised as comedy. I will now explain. Your Honours, my investigation led me across dimensions, backstage, inside dreams, through edits, reruns, lost episodes, and deleted memories. I interviewed transcriptions, manuscripts, algorithms, old riders, and one coffee can that now speaks in riddles. Every path led me deeper, not into answers, but into better questions. Here is what I discovered. Fact or Freestyle is both fact and freestyle, and also neither. It's not a show, but a mirror, not a documentary, but a dare. It doesn't report truth, it tempts it out of hiding. Every episode is a trapdoor, every guest is a mirror ball. Every trick, a sermon performed on a stage where faith is the floor. Yes, there are facts, events that happen, names that matter, bikes that were ridden, but those are seeds. The freestyle part, that's the wind, the laugh, the choice to try a trick nobody believes in yet. So my final truthful conclusion is this. Fact or freestyle is what happens when belief rides a bike into memory and calls it a map. The show is not what it says. It's what it provokes. It is a practice, it is a parable, it is a covenant disguised as comedy. And I submit this final clause to the court. If you believe the show is fact, you'll see evidence. If you believe the show is freestyle, you'll see meaning. But if you ride the show, you'll become part of the story. And that, Your Honours, is the whole truth.
The courtroom does not erupt in applause, but someone far in the back quietly stands, then another and another, until the whole gallery is silently on their feet, some with helmets, some with capes, some with zines tucked under their arms, because they already knew, they just needed Jude Banner to say it out loud. Breaking the silence, the sound of the wooden gallery bench groaned from the back row as a boy stood up to speak his mind with palpable curiosity.
So, you're telling me there's a chance you believe the magic coffee canner works?
Flatland assassins. From belief comes the stoke to make the trick come to life.